Ahoy and welcome to this Narrowboat Adventure. So today we have a big day, so I may not talk to you that much throughout the day, so I thought I'd do a quick introduction. Here in the living room, I've just done the engine checks and we're preparing to get going. So today we've got 5 locks and then we're going to get to Blisworth tunnel. We're currently somewhere in Milton, Keynes. I think we're just under bridge 69, and so we've got a little bit of cruising and then we've got 5 locks. And then we've got Blisworth tunnel, which I think if you watched my Halloween video is one of the haunted tunnels. The one that, as they were building it, the guys who were digging the tunnel, because that's how they did it in the old days, they found quicksand and like 24 people died in the tunnel getting sucked into this quicksand, and so there's a slight turning in the tunnel where it changes direction to avoid the quicksand, and people apparently often hear sounds and see like candlelight down the way that they were supposed to have been. So that tunnel is about 3 kilometers long nearly, and so that's going to be really scary. We've never done I think the biggest one we've done is maybe 1 kilometer. So that's exciting. And then after that we've got another 13 locks in a row. So today's gonna be a big day. I don't know if we'll make it through all those 13 locks, but maybe we'll have to. Anyway, come join us, and it should be spooky. So we're about to be treated to another aqueduct, only this aqueduct is not over cars. This aqueduct goes over the Great River Ouse. That's the river that goes through Cambridge, and I think it also goes through Ely. So the Grand Union has an aqueduct going over a river, which is really interesting. I mean, it would be super handy if they'd have just actually done a junction, because then I could have just turned onto the Great River Ouse and gone to Ely, gone to Cambridge, gone to all those lovely places. But if I wanted to do that, I'd have to go up to where we're going, the River Nene. I gave it away. If I wanted to go do that, I have to go up to the River Nene, turn onto the River Nene, and then go, I think, past Peterborough, then turn onto the River Ouse and come back on myself, which is, let me just say, a jolly old journey for somewhere that I could easily turn onto now. I'm just saying. Right, let's get on with this aqueduct. It's almost here. Look, I'll show you. Oh wow, it doesn't look like there's any barriers on this side. Wow. Oh, this is going to be great. So we're just entering the aqueduct now. And there's the Great River Ouse. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, it doesn't look very canal worthy. Maybe that is why they don't join up here. How beautiful this is. that's it. That was the aqueduct over the Great River Ouse. Okay, and we're just coming off the aqueduct here, and it's just instantly far more villagey. Really green and beautiful, and lots of lovely views. So you'll probably see quite a lot of the views today. I just couldn't resist. I love this bridge. It just can't get over how beautiful the design of it is. As you can see, we were quite lucky as it was quite sunny that day also. And also I got to do a bit of driving, and my lovely partner filmed it for me. So obviously you don't see a huge amount of me driving because it's very difficult to concentrate, drive and film yourself all at the same time. So when I can get him to film me, it is a good day. We also saw lots of like rolling hills with fields of wheat and stuff like that, but also lots of lovely sheep and animals, and that's one of my favourite things about the countryside. I like to see lots of animals around. And it also got kind of wiggly on the canal, so you did do a bit of a wiggly path, so you might see a canal boat over across a field and then realise you're going to be going round a corner to join it in a moment. So this tour boat company go 100 metres into the tunnel, then they reverse out, turn around and go back, which to me seems like a recipe for disaster. They must have so many confused narrowboats, especially the ones where people are doing it for the first time, holiday boaters, all sorts. So we're going to go in just a second, and I'm going to change lenses so you can see. You what? You mean the haunted one? Yeah. Good. So up ahead you can see a light. That's not the end of the tunnel. That is another boat coming, which we're about to pass. So because this tunnel is so long you can't see the other end, you do often have to pass boats in it. So you just have to get over as far as you can to one side, and they get over as far as they can to the other side. As always, we're keeping to the right, as is with boating, and you'll see what happens when they get here. And of course, as always, we sing in the tunnel. Buy me, Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Buy me, Mr. Shane, means you swear. I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar, each language only. More water coming, Seb! You see the break in the light? That's where water's coming from the ceiling. Water from the ceiling again! Buy me, Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Buy me, Mr. Shane, need you dry. I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only tells me how great you are. Buy me, Mr. Shane, please let me explain. I imagine this is what it looks like if you die. Don't go towards the light. Oh, no, it's just a boat. And as you can see, they've put all the windows inside on so that the light from that can shine on the edges of the water. And finally we could see the end of the tunnel. Obviously I haven't included the entire length of the tunnel because that would be ridiculous. But you just get an idea here of, after all that tunnel, you're coming outside. It seems like the world's been in a washing machine and it's also much greener. What a perfect time to go to the pub, have a nice drink. So we went to the Walnut Tree Inn, which was lovely. It looks like they were drying some hops, so maybe they make their own beer. I just had a tea in the garden, which was absolutely lovely and really got me ready to do those 13 locks. Maybe one day we'll go there to Rugby, but today we're going this way to the Nini. So from this point, when we turned off onto the Northampton arm, it got very narrow. There was lots of little bits where you had to go through a very narrow part to get further, and all of the locks, we didn't realise, all of the 13 locks were actually narrow locks. Which was good, as it meant we managed to get through in, I think, an hour and a half, because they fill a lot quicker. And it was just gorgeous because it was sort of, the sun was going to be going down fairly soon, so it was that really nice golden hour. So they fill a lot quicker. The paddles are about as heavy, but there's just one gate on the top side, and then there's two smaller gates on the lower side. Thankfully we got into quite a good rhythm, so and you can see our boat coming down from the first lock here, and I've set the second lock ready. So that's the sort of system we ended up doing, and it worked really well. Now these locks actually had an overflow section, so if the canal got too full, the extra water could go down a little stream down the side and into the next pound. I think that's a brilliant idea. I don't know why they don't do it everywhere. And they had drawbridges, which was awesome. So the drawbridges were just really pretty and lovely. I don't think they actually were in use though, because they were all left up when we got there, so we didn't change anything. Halfway, saw some sculptures, another drawbridge. I had one more lock, and it was very pretty. As you can see, the sun's really getting quite low in the sky at this point, and the lock has got a bit crazy. It's spitting out loads of water, so I thought it was a good idea to show you all that. And yeah, it's really beautiful. After this, though, we had a bit of trouble actually finding a place to moor. So what we ended up doing was just going and going and going forever and ever, basically. Because we were just surrounded by reeds on every side, and so it was quite difficult to moor. Anyway, we got very late in the day and I completely forgot to finish the video. If you'd like to, you can join us again on this Narrowboat Adventure by clicking subscribe and join us on any further adventures we may have. You can also click on over to Facebook, this Narrowboat Adventure on there too, and you can also get yourself onto SoundCloud. Miss Narrowboat Adventure is the name of a podcast I have with my friend Marlies, and I also have a Patreon, and the links for everything I've just mentioned is in the description. Let me know, what is your favourite time of day that you'd like to be by the canal? We've literally done every single time of day in this video, so I have to say I do like the hour before the sun goes down. It's lovely. Thank you for watching. Bye! Just look at all those chickens!